highlight Asia here, specifically Coyote and Mapoli. These guys are widely regarded as the best team in Asia, and now everyone else is looking to have to deal with them. How are we doing that?
I mean, we were looking at Aspect and Cassie just a few minutes ago, and literally the same placements over the 3 majors, second in Major 1, third in Major 2, and first place champion title in Major 3. And honestly, I am so excited to watch this duo. They have been competing in Fortnite for a very long time, Mapoli since 2019 Winter Royale.
Yeah, these guys have been by far the best Asia team this year. They've been so consistent. I'm interested to see what they're going to do today. They're landing at the north side of the map by that sort of island area. I think what we've seen from some of the Asia scrims as well is what we think is going to happen. They're going to land on that mainland area.
Going to be leading with the Monarch pistol. Surprise, surprise. No surprise at all. Thomas HD by far and away just crazy with it. Again, if you know anything about Thomas HD and metas of previous years.
And on the stage, it was top.
Duos that I wanted to kind of focus in on. We got to talk about Zagu. We got to talk about Peppo Clip. We saw Zagu back at the Invitational, and man, they put on quite a bit of performance. So they're hoping to bring some of that experience
Them in their top 3, but they have every reason to be in people's top 3. They're gonna come out strong. They're gonna come out aggressive, and they're gonna be feisty.
They're also going to be coming out of Eclipse State, one of the new POIs we're seeing this season. And let me tell you, this is an incredible POI, potentially unconned as well. Not only are they going to have the rifts that are near them, allowing them to rotate, but they're also going to have those 3 mythic podiums, kind of giving just a little bit more chance for that RNG of what mythic's going to be dropping there.
Depending on how, I believe it was Skits that might have opted for it. Zagu tried to place there, his pressure on Skits.
Oh, I think he's going to be feeling really confident after that one, but Zagu now completely out of material here. He does have to be careful. His teammate finds a little bit too, so Peppo goes in, fully boxes up. It's all going to come down to hitting the shots, and he does. Zagu showing us why he is one of the best. Coming directly out of the region of Asia, representing all the way for Japan, and no, and it comes through. It's Zagu and Mareem, who's right above them there. Our FNCS champions of Asia are still here. Down goes Pamstu as well. What a huge elimination here to have this opportunity to step up to the plate.
Edit through and try to pick that shot from Miram and Zagu. They don't have that high ground, but they have that mid layer trying to find that comfortability. Brino, only 2 HP, no med miss left. He's gonna have to try to find a siphon here, but no, he gets dropped. Acorn finds another one from the outside of zone.
7 elims for Mareem and Zagu, representing for Asia here, looking great.
Good. Another duo I did want to take a moment to highlight on screen right now, Zagu and Miram, coming out of Japan. These guys were just looking so good.
Something that I did not expect. 2,200 plus damage this game. That box fighting skills seem to be catching a lot of these players off guard in the game. Woo, look at that.
Absolutely crispy and cooking inside of these boxes. It's like, I just love seeing how poised they are after that finish. They have not lost sight by any means. They know exactly what's on the line here as far as regional representation is concerned, and you absolutely love
Vico versus Coyote. Kind of all kicked off with some social media exchanges, and now here we are, and it's
on a greater scale, right? Go all the way back to team actually placing in the top 10. So much so, actually, that last year.
Top Fortnite player. Like you say, it hurts to see him having to go off spawn against such a veteran, experienced team.
Coyote, what was your coach Spen's reaction when you said you wanted to now land at Canyon Crossing?
まあ自分たちの判断に任せるように、後悔のないように自分たちの判断に任せるっていう。なんか序盤でビコ選手たちとまあ何回も負けたら他のところに移動する予定がありますか？ない。一言がありますか？ Good luck. Good luck.
And you, have you got a word for Coyote? Good luck. Hope you prepared well.
win Vanya's game plan for his team, but Vico, a little bit of off-spawn domination taking place here. He's got a big elimination onto Yuma. Flixie and Beto are not with him though. Coyote still looking to chase Vico out, and Vico nearly gets the better end of that trade, but he will fall. Beto, Vico, and Flixie are out of the running, but for Coyote and Rise, there's still a lot of heavy lifting to be done.
Asia on top. Do not know. Tinka and his entire trio is right above from OCE, waiting for things to break out. But a triple contested, they're all landing forward the launch pad. Rise is the one that's getting good damage onto Vico, and that's the first stock. Flixie's taking some damage as well. Luckily for him, he has a momentary escape.
Drise, Yuma, and Koyota just putting on the burners right now. Flixie was trying to see if he could provide a little bit of coverage, but 1 versus 3, and he's not going to get the chance to escape. Asia coming out on top.
To rattle through very different results in game 1 and 2, but this is how things are stacking up at the top end.
Zagu is another player who's had top 10 in both games. And another big representation from Asia. And I said coming into the show, I want to see it. I want to see the Zagu, I want to see the Asia players pop off.
Yeah, Zagu's a fan favorite in his own right? Obviously, we might...
They're just going to put in dangerous work here on the field, and it is starting to shape up. Acorn and Cold, and a saving grace on the low ground, on the outskirts, putting pressure onto Japan's best. Rise and Yuma, who also has 7 eliminations. Yuma sends up against Acorn, finds a beautiful tag there. Loses his teammate though, finds another exchange. It's back and forth here. Anything can still happen.
All these teams scurrying in the low ground though, they're sabotaging each other. Acorn's gonna go down. Yuma's still standing tall, but now Chap, Teeny from the high ground, they're just
The Rift Island as well in that game.
Benji Fishy trying to hold it down for the UK and EU, who hasn't shown up incredibly well yet. Cease trying to do it as well. Mr. Fresh Asian does get taken out here. Zate is holding it down with high ground, but it's not, maybe not for long. Cease just tunneling and staying alive here on low ground.
Yeah, and he is actually going to go back into the storm to see if he can get anything out.
Gosh.
Has 10 health left, but has a ton of mats. Oh my gosh, Cease actually gets taken out by Zate. Oh my gosh, we have 2 players remaining.
Benji, I think. No, Rory
against Zate. Zate has 8 health left, 6, and it's not going to be enough. Rory ends up again from the high ground with the RPG. 2nd game in a row. We have seen it end in that fashion. You can see the team there breathing a sigh of relief. It must feel amazing to take game 3 in that fashion.
Undoubtedly. Rory's going to represent the Asian region here, playing with Crazy Boy, my man who's most stylish. I don't know.
that his split drop, he is not trying to share by any means with anyone else.
Well, take a look at this. Zagu and Peppo actually have finally found themselves in elimination. Last game taken out a lot earlier than they would have liked. So this is their chance to go ahead and bounce back, put some numbers on the board. And they have a very, very interesting strategy. They're actually healing Striker and getting as much surge as possible. What a unique position to be in, but also you have to be so smart to think like this. This is how, again, ahead Zagu and Peppo are.
But imagine being Striker. Your fate.
Oh my God. Force their way in here. 8 elims now, probably the most that are alive at the moment. Trailing behind another team, and Paper's gonna fall there.
And unfortunately, Muzz to follow suit, but Merstash still up and kicking. Seti, though, with a massive hit, and that's the back-to-backs now onto Robop. But the materials refresh, it might not do him any good. He's not able to break into the zone in time. Acorn instead will be here to play cutoff, as now Merstash forced underneath it all. Lark picks as well, living as a solo. This is looking like Acorn and Cold's game for the taking.
And Acorn's doing an excellent job pressuring with the breach of shotgun, making sure no one's got a chance to breathe, but Larpex is still going. He's found 2. That's 11 eliminations for Larpex and below.
Here's Sinnoh, 6 eliminations. That is a ton of elimination. Impulse, he gets to the zone there. Cody Walker also goes down to Sinnoh. Edukov gets knocked as well. Who's that? It's gonna be another. Sinnoh's placement is so good here.
And on top of Sinnoh and O King, Chikwa just picked off 1, and that's gonna be Elim number 10 onto Cloak. Gonna be out. It is all up to Sinnoh here. Wildcat down low. He takes the shot, and it's Sinnoh with a victory royale. Shin from the high ground, and they never let him come up ground. That was insane. They denied them.
Been so powerful in this lobby, but do they match the power of Malabuka and Epic? Well, no, they do not. Scramble for Malabuka and Epic. How have they managed to do this? A duo that really even shouldn't have been here has managed to keep it going, keep it pushing, and move to first place.
And ANEU will have to take down Asia to be able to be champions of the world here in Gamers 8. Malabuka has lost Epic Whale, and he's down in the dirt. 1 build left. He's gotten the split from Epic, but the shots are raining true from up above. First place coming into this game, surviving the whole entire time. 12 games of pressure, and now using that bed miss. This might just be enough for Malabuka. He might not win the game, but he's won our hearts, and it looks like he might have also won. It's not the same. You come to international competition, you pop off like that. That's huge for the man. Big props to him, and Malibuca to be able, you mentioned it with the language barrier.
Is finding those shots, but not receiving any in return. Peterbot, Ritual Cold, though, they've got to take this fight up against Tate and Raito. They need a recovery point. They've managed to bring Cold back off the reboot, but this is a fight that they're going to have to optimally turn into their favor. It's a little bit scattered right now, but they're just so low on that surge. They don't have any other options. They have to keep trying to apply pressure, but they might not get the chance. The surge is going to take care of them alongside Raito. Just an easy come up.
Zagu from Asia strikes again.
It's just not enough. Zagu says, I am here to play and put some respect on us. Scented is going to fall to EU Scram. And again, Zagu is now by himself. Chrome Splash comes out. He finds his teammate. Does he get the save? Now this is what you want to see. A big save here in the ultimate low could change the entire story.
This could be huge for Asia. This could be huge for Zagu and Miriam. But Joe and Ziani, they have the high ground.
Oh no.
He wasn't able to get the revive off. This is going to be huge. He's the only solo left in the world of duos.
Oh no, but he knows that's enemy build. He goes up, the side jump. He has enough. He takes high ground, but no. Ziani is here to back him up. He goes for the falling shot, doesn't quite find it. Chip and Scram, Heal this going down, and they are...
Situation, EU versus Asia, and for Zagu, this man has the world on his shoulders, just a sliver of HP, a little bit...
Currently dropping, and you know what, at that point I thought, I'm nervous for this duo. Are they a little bit nervous? Are they a little bit scared going into this, running away from one of the biggest teams? It's not a bad idea, of course, because seemingly it's working out.
I mean, they are just going absolutely ham. And remember, this is like, in that last game, we saw Meram go down, right? And in that game specifically, Zago actually tried to go for Queasy and Vino, now tied with Meram and Zago.
To the hands of Bryce here, our last standing.
Needed all of that brick, just going to continue to protect him all the longer.
Very healthy, but there's MK Papa who's going to fall there. There's a player on high ground. Okay, so every team's on a different layer. He's got to look around here. Lucy needs to make a big decision. Find Shalom. This is Asia, but no! Clap from behind. Threats does not let the beat drop at all. And up he goes, and now he knows it's his chance here, but no, he falls too. Will come home to NA. Let's take a look at our overall result because
it's really taking place inside of the storm.
Oh no, I saw what happened in the feed, but now we get to see it here. Flixie down. Vico's trying to fight back. He gets the elimination onto Tay. Rido's essentially going to be by himself, and you see him lurking around. Veno just runs into the brick wall. Rido is there. Oh my god! Back to back!
I'm speechless! I can't believe we just witnessed that! Veno and Vico have Raito in their sights, and yet...
A lot of Australian players still left. Volks is one of them, raised by Kings. Volks trying to do his thing. 3 players in the storm. Volks probably in the best position to win this game. We'll see if he can close it out. But it is going to be H-King with rockets from high ground.
H-King trying to close one out. He's up there as well. The shot's coming out from behind. Someone taking high ground late off him. He has no materials. He's dropping down. Needs to find this elimination. Using the minion Storm. He's taking a fair bit of Storm damage though. Volks is just in front of him. Trying to find his way in. The shot's coming out. He can't even see who's doing it. It's Worthy. It's OC on OC. Worthy trying to finish it off on Volks. He's just in front of him. He can't get it. There's someone still alive, I believe, higher up. He is back in Storm. We haven't got eyes on who this is. It's Rory.
Japan's very own Rory. He's going to try and drop the floor underneath him. Currently going to be able to finally do it. Worthy versus Rory in a 1 versus 1. How epic is this? Australia versus Japan. Rory's going to get RPG'd, trying to survive with high ground. Has a great amount of mats to his name as well.
He's got 6 floppers too. He can take a fair bit of Storm if he has to. With those mats and that high ground, he can hold it. There is nothing Worthy can do to get him down. But Worthy has 7 materials, takes the shots though. Lasers him as he falls down. The shots come out. He needs to break this half right now. Rory has all the advantage on the high ground, but Worthy's not looking like he does. He's doing the best. He knocks him out again. Rory shoots and catches himself. These are 2 of the best players I've ever seen.
And you got to think Worthy is in a pretty tough situation here. Rory should be able to close this one out, but Worthy is going to put some damage on Rory, who keeps healing up, and there you have it. Rory comes out on top. What an epic 1 versus 1 fight to close that out. Congratulations to Japan's Rory. Where's Asia? Now, Rory comes out on top and shakes things up quite significantly. Again, much like the Australian Open tennis matches, this is a global affair.
That match, very intense. What was he feeling?
You, Ben? Thanks, Adrian. Yeah, it's a very big Sugoi for me as well. An amazing game coming out from Rory. Takes it out, a victory royale. Going to start making his way up towards the top of the leaderboard.